Hey guys, your girl Miss Benjamin Buttons on one. I'm coming to you today with my take on the strawberry letter. Oh yeah, for all my few subscribers who happen to be nail lovers, I don't have but a few of y'all, and I don't have but a few subscribers, but here they are. These are the girls. Now there was supposed to be. I'm gonna keep this a buck with y'all. Excuse all the movement and whatnot. I'm gonna keep this a buck with y'all. I don't claim myself to be a professional. I just know what I like and I do what I do. That's the thing. This weird ass looking color that y'all see, this is like a mixture of like three different polishes. Cause my husband was like, "You ain't got no pink." I was like, "I don't do pink, boo, but for you, whatever." So I go in the room and I'm looking through my little thingy where I keep all my polishes, cause it stands about 4 feet tall, but it hangs on my wall. It's like 4 shelves of just polishes. And so I'm like, okay, let me find a pink. I don't have any. Hmm. Okay, red, some kind of peachy something that I had, and a splash of white. Mm. Now, as far as this color here is concerned, and before y'all go to talking, know this. I know this color and this color don't match, okay? Don't come for me. I'm colorblind a little bit without my glasses on and no sunlight in the room and no lights on. And other than that, anyway. But wait, that ain't why we here. We here for this right here. What about going on? Let's listen.
All right, guys, it's time now for today's Strawberry Letter.
I'm done.
And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more,
Hold
please
on,
submit
pause.
your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey SM and
Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to go get me some medicine. Sorry. I'm grown. Sue me.
on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. Let's go.
What did I do with my...
Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry letter.
Thank you,
Just
nephew.
listen.
Subject, she needs to get her kids. Dear Stephen Shirley, I am a 50-year-old with 3 children, and I've been married for 14 years. All of the children are grown and are on their own. So my husband and I have the house to ourselves. I love my alone time with my husband, but his sister is causing some big problems in our marriage. His sister gets on my last
I don't have no sisters,
nerve.
but I do know.
She is an unstable mother, and she drops her kids off at my house with no warning.
I know
I
some
am
people
tired
like
of
this.
dealing with her kids. One day recently, I was walking into my living room and I saw her letting her kids out of the car, and she drove off.
Girl.
My husband was at work, so I
Okay,
ended up
do that to
keeping the
me.
kids,
I'm gonna show you what
which
I
meant
do.
feeding them. I called my mother-in-law and told her to come get the kids. My mother-in-law is sick of the kids too.
Oh,
There have been many times when she has asked me to keep the kids for a few hours, then will return at 3 a.m. to pick them up. She just sits in the driveway and blows her horn or shines her light on bright through my front windows. She also has my husband doing crazy stuff, like changing her lights at night because she broke up with a boyfriend and didn't want him to be able to get into her house. Stephen Shirley, she is 38 years old, and the family keeps enabling her. I am not going to keep this up, and I told my husband that enough is enough. I am at war with my husband over her because it's his only sister. I hope and pray I'm not being unreasonable by telling him to choose between me and his sister. I got so angry over his sister and her kids that I told my husband to go move in with her. I am not a daycare, and I want to set boundaries with this woman. How should I handle this? Well, you're off to a good start with setting boundaries with her, with letting her know that you're not a daycare. With getting angry with your husband. You're right about the family enabling her. She's been allowed to do this for so long. She thinks that it's okay to do this, and you're so right. I mean, everything you're saying, your sister-in-law is dead wrong.
She dead wrong.
And because of it, her children are they're suffering because of this. Going from house to house, your house to the grandmother's house, and no telling
they everywhere but home.
you know that she does this too. Just dropping them off at random houses with random people. This is ridiculous.
They everywhere but damn at home.
She's entitled. She needs to be checked. So you're definitely on the right path. You need to learn to say no. That's what happens when you set boundaries. You got to tell her no. All right? Even if she does drop the kids off, get right back in your car and follow her or drop them off at her house, whatever. But you don't want this responsibility, and it's not the kid's fault. I'm sure.
It's not. It's not the kid's
I
fault.
feel
So we holding
sorry
the
for these children,
thing. You getting
and
mad at the
badly
children,
for
but
the
it's not the
kids,
children's fault.
because if she is unstable like you say she is, and she sounds like it, that they have to, have a mother like this. This is terrible. But again, you're gonna have to learn how to say no and mean it. And one other thing, your husband is going to have to get on board and support you, not her. You are his wife. She's not his wife. Those are not his kids. They're your relatives, but she needs to deal with her own responsibilities. Steve?
I was trying to find the humor in this letter.
There is really no humor where you can make some humor.
Because I know trifling ass people.
Mm-hmm.
And you've
I
been
do
married
too.
to your man 14
And I'm saying,
years.
I feel
y'all
so
got
sorry
3 children.
that I do know.
All the children
Kind of
are
person.
grown, so they out on their own. Y'all got
I'm
the
very
house
upset
to
that I know this
yourself,
kind of
so
person.
you thought you love your alone time with your husband, but you ain't got it no more. But his damn sister, 38 years old, unstable mother. She dropped. Now you didn't say how many kids. Did she say how many kids?
No,
she just says
she didn't
kids,
say.
But the woman writing the letter has 3 children of her own.
So we know at least 2 of these kids is getting dropped off.
Mm-hmm.
2 or more.
She drops her kids off at my house with no warning, though. I'm tired of dealing with her kids.
Then stop, damn it,
Well,
dealing
I'm
with
really tired of dealing with the kids like this way. One day recently you walked into your living room and you saw her letting her kids out the car and she drove off. Your husband had work, and here these damn kids come. Now I feel sorry for the kids like Shirley said.
You know what?
Walk up on the porch and they know this heifer supposed to at least knock on the door, tell them we coming. But the kids got to go in the
find out
house.
what was going
They
on.
don't know what else to do.
If they was hungry, I'd give them something to eat, some thirsty, whatever. We'd have to pile their little asses back in that car, and we'd have went and sat at their mama house. And I'd have got on the phone, ma'am, I'm sitting at your house with the children. Come on.
So your husband was at work, she drops him off. You ended up keeping the kids.
No, ma'am.
Now you got to feed them, because you're a decent person. Then you called your mother-in-law and you told her to come get the kids. The mother-in-law sick of the kids too. Damn.
Well, maybe the kids is bad now. Even though the mama's bad too. The kids may be bad, but grandma don't want to be bad. Well, I'm kind of understand a little bit,
But the kids ain't doing nothing. They just a result of having a trifling mama. Man, I feel bad for these kids, man.
I sure used to feel bad for somebody one I knew.
What dad?
She never mentioned that.
No, well, see, she got a boyfriend that, the husband had to change the locks in her house, Shirley.
Yeah.
Because her boyfriend and her was breaking up. You got to change locks because he coming in. There have been many times when she has asked me to keep the kids.
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
And then we'll return at 3 a.m. to pick them up. Who wakes the babies up in the middle of the day?
I know.
She trifling on a whole lot of levels. I think I got something that.
I know some. Ooh.
I got something.
All right, well, hold on.
Yeah,
hold on for part 2, Steve. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 after the hour. Today's subject.